My name is Mike Levine. I'm with Century 21 World Properties, and I'm a property manager. Let's take 5 minutes to determine if property management is right for you. The first thing I'd like for you to know is that property management is the glue that holds an investment together. The landlord requires that the property manager delivers on the revenues that he projected, and you're also responsible for keeping expenses according to the pro forma, or according to the landlord's expectations. That's really a pretty big job. So let's talk about some of the skills you need in order to be able to successfully accomplish the task. Number one, you have to be organized. There's a lot of things going on, and obviously the more properties that you manage, the more challenging it becomes. But just think about things like, for example, the tenant is probably responsible for doing some lawn maintenance. We're concerned about whether the property is being maintained on the inside of the house or swimming pools being cleaned. Then you've got to also consider the financial aspects of the organization. Is rent being paid on time? Are late fees being paid? Is the accounting getting all done on time? And you have to deliver those items for the landlord. The landlord's depending on you to keep your finger on all the buttons that make property management work for him or her. The next thing that you really have to look at is you really have to have some knowledge of accounting. Most property managers provide at least some level of accounting services for the owners, typically basic bookkeeping. Again, just think about the process. Tenants are coming to you paying rent on a regular basis. You've got to track those income streams. The next thing that happens is you're also going to have some expenses associated with overseeing the property. Landlords are different. Some prefer to pay their bills on their own. Some prefer for you to do that. So you could be paying homeowners association dues, property taxes, insurance, and tracking all of those expenses. Finally, you're going to deliver that monthly accounting statement to the landlord, and the landlord's going to go over those things to make sure that he's not being billed inappropriately for anything, and that you're on top of the revenues and expenses going on at the property. So that's a little overview about some of the highlights of why it's important to have accounting skills. Another thing that's really helpful is if you have some knowledge of construction or how houses are actually built. Tenants are going to call you on the telephone, and they're going to describe to you what's going on at the property. Plumbing leaks are a particular challenge. Imagine if the bathtubs are backing up or the toilet won't flush. What might be the problem? So people who have a background in construction and have an understanding of how houses are built can easily interview the tenant to really get a feeling for what's going on there. Keep in mind that service calls cost money, so we don't want to just send a vendor, a handyman, or some trade person out to the house because we know that's an automatic expense. Sometimes tenants call with frivolous little things that really don't require much, and you can talk them through it over the phone. But every time you send a vendor out to that house, it's going to cost that landlord a service call, and when you send that accounting report over, you're going to have a conversation about what are the expenses going on at the house, why did we need to do that. Property management takes commitment. It's pretty much a 24/7 job. When tenants live at a property that you're managing, they live there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. And you just never know when something's going to go wrong, when the air conditioner breaks or the plumbing is a problem. So you can get calls all the time. My point to you is be sure that you're ready for that commitment. It's a very challenging job. I'm a property manager. I love it. I hope the things we've talked about today will help you decide if property management's right for you. Good luck.